Hello, Life Hoopers, and welcome to the five out cut offense overview. This is our base offense, the one that we've been working on for most of the season so far. First thing you need to remember is that this is about learning how to play. We're not learning plays here. There is no set pattern. We're teaching you options on how to read and attack a defense. So the first thing we need to do is we need to remember the rules of the Life Hoops offense. Number one, I pass, I cut. Non-negotiable. You make a pass, you have to go to the basket. Until that starts happening, we will not be able to add to our offense. Number two, I catch, I look to the paint to score. Whether it's a pass or a drive, I must look at the paint, and that has hurt us big so far this year. Number three, the ball moves or my teammates move, I have to move. We'll talk about V cuts, L cuts, and I cuts that we've been working on at practices and why they matter. Number four, I do not take my eyes off the ball while I'm cutting. I need to see the ball because if my teammate sees me and wants to throw the ball, they should be able to throw it. If I turn my head to the ball while I'm moving through, I am not making myself a scoring threat. Everybody is a scoring threat at all times. Number five, if I'm denied the ball and I have eye contact with my teammate, I have to backdoor cut. And if I backdoor cut, my teammates need to see that and they have to fill behind me. And lastly, if I drive and I am stopped by the defense, I chin, pivot, and pass towards our basket or the corners for a shot. Do not pass the ball backwards. That is bad, and only bad things happen if we panic and try to throw the ball back toward the other team's basket. So let's get into it a little bit. First of all, our basic formation. We need to spread out and we need to see what the defense is going to react to. So we have multiple positions. These numbers do not represent a player, they represent a starting position on the floor. So the top of the key, where we generally enter the ball up, is spot one. On the left side, we have the two in the wing or the slot and the four in the corner. And on the right side of the floor, we have the three in the slot or the wing and the five in the corner. These are not done by person, they're done by when I come up the floor. So remember, we are positionless. All these numbers indicate are a starting spot on the floor. The first players down the floor should head to the corners, but look to cut to the paint to score. So player coming down this way is looking for a layup, doesn't have it, comes out to the four. First player down the floor on the right side is looking for the layup, doesn't have it, come out to the five. And then the second players that may have been fighting for rebounds are going to come and fill the other spots while the ball goes up to the middle. Do not be the player who's here and comes and stands here and then wait for that other person to run by you to the corner. No, that will lead to very bad results. You have to stretch the floor as quick as you can. So let's take a look at our basic cuts against man. First of all, as we bring the ball up the floor, if we notice that there is a gap man situation here, we are going to have to run our pass and cut offense. However, if we play a team that is not very experienced and they're playing man-to-man, thinking that man means to get out on the person, or if they're playing some kind of a deny type of a defense, make eye contact. So here my eyes are at my teammate. My eyes are with my teammate. This person is going to backdoor cut to the basket. and it should be a layup, and everybody is going to be happy. That's probably not going to happen very much in our travel season, so we should be ready to make some passes and loosen up the defense. So let's say that number one is going to pass the ball up to number two. As one passes, they're going to face cut, and what that means is that they cut in front of the face of the defender. All right, so cut in front of their face. Do not try to make this cut, because if you try to backdoor cut on that, all D1 needs to do is slide down and you are defended. Not going to work. You must pass. You must make that pass and face cut down to the block area. All right, so let's take a look here at the first pass. First pass is made. Number one makes a good face cut down to the block. Also, what's going to happen is number three is going to come across to the elbow. Now look where their aiming point is. They're here, and they're going to make an L. That's an upside down L, but that's an L. What we do not want to see is this player just kind of casually jogging up here. That is bad. That equals sadness for us. The other cut that we need to see happen is that as number one has passed the ball and moved, and number three has moved, now at the same time, the number five is going to do a V. And notice how far they're going to be. They're going to look to score because we want to score. Then they can come out. Number four is going to have to look in the direction of their teammate, and they're going to have to make a decision. If the teammate drives, then number four, if teammate drives in, number four could jab step in and relocate, or just relocate looking for a good shot. If number four's person is way too close to them, they can try to backdoor cut or eye cut, but there's options open. So once everybody has passed and moved, now the ball is up here with number two. Number one needs to post up be above the block. Now, what does that mean to post up above the block? It means get your feet and both feet above the block. So fight above that block area. Number five should be looking for some kind of a V cut to score or hang out in this area to score before they come out to that opportunity. And number four should be looking at, is there a backdoor cut opportunity? Is there a cut this way? We'll get more options once we have the floor spacing ready to go. Number three should be ready to shoot. So now that everything has moved, now the ball is up at number two, and let's say that number two is going to make the pass to number three. So the pass is made. Number two has to drive down to the basket and take the block. Number one needs to recognize that here comes number two to the block. Number one needs to slide across, but fight to get into this area. Once number five has seen what has happened, number five can jab in, can slide out. Number four is still reading the opportunities here. And remember, we still want to fight for the block. So number two is looking for the block. Number four is looking for that V step off of number two before popping out. Number three has the ball. Number three should have an option here. Number three has an option here. Number three has an option on that V cut. This is option number four, but too many of our players are looking for the reverse pass or to send it on the perimeter as option number one. We really want here, here, and here as our happy spots. And then this is kind of and this one is kind of a meh. We want to score. The goal in basketball is to score, and we will score by looking at the paint. So now we've got the ball back up at number three, And let's say that number 3 is going to reverse over to number 5. So number 3 is going to make that pass to number 5. 3 is going to face cut to get to that block. Now, seeing that their block is about to be taken, now number 1 can come out. And then let's see what happens everywhere else. Number 4 is going to come hard at the L, and now here's our reverse L cut. But first, look to score. We get it here, we can score. Number 2 has some options. They can jab in to see what happens behind that cut before going out. But again, good things happen when we stay closer to the paint. So as everybody is moved, once again, we are looking to post up above the block. And we can look for mismatches. Depending on where our persons start on the floor, we might be able to feed it into the post. And if it gets down into that post, we can look for different opportunities. Look to score here before you go out there. Again, a lot of players are coming from here. They're just going to slowly jog up to the top of the key, and that is bad. What we want is to get that L cut. This coming in here where we can score is going to be very happy. So we want to look to score. The purpose of an offense is to score. Now we've got the ball over here with our 5. And let's see what happens in the offense when the number 5 throws it to the number 1. So that pass comes here. 5 has to make that hard basket cut and take the block. This is often wide open and we don't see it very often, but we want that. Number 4 is going to see that their block is taken, so they have to fight away to that side. Number 2 is going to see that 5 is left, V cut down into the open space before replacing. So this place right here, we get it here, that is a good scoring opportunity. Number 3 can V cut up over to that way to see what's open before coming back to look for the reversal. Again, it's about movement. It's about seeing what is the defense giving us and what do we have available to us. So once we make those movements, now the ball is down in the corner where hopefully we've got our big on the block. Number 2 has come down for that V cut. Number 3 is looking for something opening. Maybe it's going to be coming down for a 3-pointer. Maybe it's going to be flaring that way. 4 is looking around for the opportunities, but good things can happen if we're looking toward the basket. So now let's say that 1 is going to throw the ball back out to number 2. D2 is going to come over and close. Once that pass has happened, 1 is going to cut, 5 has to slide through. 4 can come across and looking for something in the block before kicking back out. 3 can look down before coming back out, or 3 can cut across. But there's going to be options that are available to us. So again, once that has happened, 1 is looking to post up above the block. 3 is going to read and react to what the defense is doing. 4 has that V cut before going back out there. 5 is looking to post up. We have good presence in the paint there. So what's going to happen now? If number 2 is going to throw the ball back, well, now we're back into our regular rotations. 2 can throw the ball back here. 4 can slide out, look for that 3-pointer. Here comes 2 down in there. 1 can pop out and V cut back over. Good things are going to happen. 5 can spread back out, can jab, spread back out. Number 1 is going to go up. 2, if they don't have anything, can rotate back there. And lo and behold, we're back in our starting formation and everybody is spread out. So remember, The rules of the 5-out cut offense. I pass, I cut. I catch, I look to the paint. Ball moves or teammates move, I move. I don't take my eyes off the ball while cutting. If I'm denied the ball and I have eye contact with my teammate, I backdoor cut. If I drive and I'm stopped by the defense, I chin pivot pass towards our basket or the corners for a shot. And one of the things to keep in mind is that by being able to do these things, we are only getting ourselves really good right here. There are 3 more skills we can add if we do these 7 things. So once everybody in the program is doing all of these things, we're going to start adding, and I'll start making videos for screening away. What can that look like? What does it look like to go screen for the ball? And then what happens if I want to dribble at one of my teammates and get some dribble handoffs? But the problem is, if we do not move after every pass, sadly, we are not going to get to here. We're not going to get to here, and we're not going to get to here. So if we start moving and passing, we will start being able to open up more of our options. All of these things become available, and they become quickly available as we master each progression. But we have to get good on cuts. We have to be good at screen away. And then we get to the on-ball screen. Too many players start here at this level, and unfortunately that creates some bad habits because people don't move. They just stand and watch. So once we get through the cut progression, these other 3 things are going to come pretty quick, and we're going to have a lot of good results. So remember, as we're working with the Life Hoops, this isn't about teaching plays. This is about learning how to play. And once we have everybody who learns how to play, very good things are going to happen. I'll do another video that talks about how we can attack these zones, but as long as we're moving, good things are happening. Have a great day, and we'll see you at practice.